Hello and welcome to another episode of Diablo IV. This is the season story compilation for the 8th season, Belial's Return. I've done one of these for every single season so far. If you want to watch the other ones, you can find them in a playlist on my channel. This is essentially a supercut of the seasonal story. I will actually go in depth about my thoughts of the seasonal story at the end of the episode, but for now, I hope you enjoy.
You're a most difficult person to find, Wanderer.
This is the little dialogue from Sayina. Once again, no cinematic. I guess they've completely given up on that. That is a real shame. They added a lot of flavor, but they realized that, we don't need to. People are not mad enough to really make a big fuss out of it, and I'm still going to mention it every single time because it is a huge disappointment. So we have the deceitful incursion. Speak with the stranger. The stranger is waving me down and wishes to speak with me. I should ask what she wants. Do you need something?
I need the aid of someone with your kind of expertise. Strange new demons have found their way into Sanctuary. I fear their presence may herald the arrival of something far more insidious. I've tracked them to an old crypt nearby. I can show you the way.
Right, so I should venture towards the crypts, which seem to be a source of these strange demons invading Sanctuary, and they're all the way over there. So we'll head there, but real quick, I'm just gonna put in my powers and do some settings stuff, so I'll be making a cut. Alright, we're getting close to the crypt right now. There is a Helltide at the same time, but we're gonna be ignoring that for now. We have to slay these apparitions.
Here are the demons I told you about.
Already killed. So, problem solved. Anything special? How should I proceed?
See what you might find. I'll catch up with you when it's safe.
So, I need to delve into this crypt so I can find the source of these strange demons and put an end to whatever is causing them.
Damned demons! Is there no end to their faith?
Assist the knight. Who are you? What are you doing here, knight?
I'm Jarius, pledged to the Cathedral of Light. And I'm killing demons, of course. This is my crusade, to wipe them all from Sanctuary. These demons, though, these are different. They're some new breed, and growing in number. But I will find the cause, and I will put an end to it. This I swear. Care to join me?
Alright, and we're just going to continue with the knight.
Over here. I think this is it.
I think so too. Unnerving statue. You gonna say anything? No.
In the name of Holy Inarius, what abomination is this?
Embrace your new master. What is this? How can you resist me? How can... The blood of Lilith runs in your veins. If I cannot possess you, at least I can feed you to my minions.
Slay the summoned apparition. Apparition of Kirma. Kind of annoying that we didn't... Like, the camera was too zoomed out, so we couldn't really see the demon properly. So now the bosses have a lot more, like, stages, and this one keeps teleporting everywhere.
What did he do to you? Was that true? What he said about Lilith's blood infecting you?
Finally, Belial reveals himself. The Lord of Lies is the source of this demon infestation, just as I feared. Your eyes, Wanderer. Interesting.
He did something to me, or tried to.
That much is apparent, but I suspect there is more to this than we can see. I would speak to you more, but not in this place.
I don't know this woman. Who is she? How does she know so much about demons?
I am called Saina. I am a historian, a collector of rare artifacts and scriptures. I've studied demons and their patterns studied them for many years.
Demons are meant to be slain, not studied.
Ignorance is the true danger, not knowledge. There is much more to discuss, but not here. Come to my shop in Tarsarak.
I trust you know what you're doing. Wanderer, if you truly mean to snuff out these demons, I am at your service. Find me in Menestad.
Alright, so we have to travel to Sayina's shop in Tarzak to do the next quest. But let's talk with Jarius first. You're obsessed with these demons. Why?
I hate them. I hate them because they ruined my life.
Alright. Are you gonna say anything more about that? No? Okay. So, we are gonna go to Tarsak to start the next portion.
Over here, Wanderer.
Alright, so. A shop of curios. Speak with Sayina. Now that I'm in Tarsak, I should speak with Sayina to see what she has to say.
We can speak freely inside my shop.
So I'm guessing this is going to be like the quest board, like in the previous seasons, where you get reputation and all that stuff. You've learned more about Belial and his infestation of demons?
I have, and the news is disturbing. I know the Lord of Lies is abroad in Sanctuary, but I must know more. Belial touched your spirit. Stand in this scrying circle so that I can examine you more closely.
Okay, let's stand in the circle. So, yeah. I will say that her shop is very massive.
Belial's apparitions are extensions of his deceitful nature. It's not enough for him to murder innocents. He needs them to believe. The more the demons are seen, the more their power is believed, and the stronger Belial grows. When he has enough power, Belial can draw all of Sanctuary into his own dominion, where only he decides what's real. This is the realm of lies.
What do you see in my spirit?
Belial attempted to wear your mind and body as a cloak, as he has done to so many unfortunate mortals. But in your case, something turned him aside. He mentioned Lilith. Such a thing is your affair, but Belial's essence remains mingled with yours. You've a connection with him, and with the powers he and his minions wield. By absorbing more of that essence, you can gain more power. Destroying as many of these apparitions as you can will slow Belial's influence. Perhaps even gain advantages that can be used to defeat him. I must engage in more research to find any weakness. Come outside. There is more you need to see.
Alright, sure. What more can you tell me about these powers?
There's much potential in them, and much we don't know. You'll discover new powers from the strongest of Belial's minions. When you defeat his apparitions, be vigilant for any trace of spectral ash. The ash can be used to intensify the powers.
How do you know so much about demons?
I have not been entirely truthful with you. I was not always a dealer in antiquities. Years ago, I was a Viserai mage. There was a tragedy, a demon incursion that wiped out an entire village. The slaughter was horrific. I was accused of being responsible, of summoning the demons. I swear to you, I would never do such a thing. But blame needed to be heaped upon someone, and I was the easiest target. I fled, and was Viserai no more. I must ask you to keep all this in confidence, Wanderer. We must let nothing stand in the way of stopping Belial.
I do wonder if she is going to turn evil. I've asked that about my quest givers very many times, and aside from Una, who sort of turned out to be evil but kind of regretted herself last season, every single character has kind of just been above board, which is a little bit boring. What is this?
I'm recording all I can gather about these apparition attacks, looking for patterns, clues to Belial's plans. Bring me anything you find out about them. I'll share with you any useful weapons or artifacts that my research unearths. Go. Return to me when you've made progress.
There we go. Belial's return. Encounter new challenges in apparition incursions to battle against your Belial, Lord of Lies. Earn Unveiler's Oath reputation by defeating apparitions and bosses across Sanctuary. Gain more reputations at higher torment tiers. So it's the same as before. We have a kind of board. We need to get enough incursion to get to the next quest. We actually need to get to tier 3, which is quite a bit. Buried Hope. Meet with Sienna. I should meet with Sienna to see if she's discovering a means of stopping Belial. We needed 3,600 to get it last time, so it kind of increases exponentially. So you need 4,500. Okay, so we don't need 7,200, so that's good. So it doesn't double every single time. Have you discovered a way to banish Belial?
There's a ritual that can be performed, but we'll need an artifact known as the Flayed Mask. Its last known location was a cathedral outpost overrun by cultists. When the cathedral learned of the cultists, they buried the outpost and everything within. But if you can find the outpost and bring me the mask, then perhaps we can still banish Belial.
This flayed mask, what is it exactly?
The skin of a holy man's face stretched upon a frame. Belial's priest used it to commune directly with the Lord of Lies. If a banishment ritual is performed while the mask communes with Belial, Sanctuary could be rid of him forever.
Yeah, I do not think that he is going to be defeated forever, considering this is Blizzard, and they're going to be milking this franchise as much as they possibly can. So, we're supposed to find Jarius in Ministad. Jarius is a cathedral knight. He may know the location of this buried outpost. When I last saw him, he mentioned that he can be found in Ministad.
Well, well. The demon chaser reappears.
Yeah, that's right. There's an artifact buried in an old cathedral outpost that can banish Belial.
I've heard of such a place. And if an artifact like this exists, we will find it. You believe your friend is truly capable of banishing Belial?
Probably not. So, supposed to find the outpost all the way over there, so let's be a little bit sneaky. I'll cut to when I get closer to the outpost.
The entrance is hidden under debris.
Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, we are getting close. I'm just going to grab the teleport real quick while we're at it. I kind of like that the quests are spread out throughout the world, so you actually get some of these waygates. Kind of makes the use of the big map that exists. So we're supposed to find the buried outpost. Jarius knows the area where the buried outpost might be located. Come on now.
We just need to clear away this junk.
Well, that was easy.
We'll have to keep looking.
Oh, that wasn't... Oh, okay. And here I thought...
This might be it.
Yeah, maybe.
There it is.
Alright, great. What do you know of this buried outpost?
When the cathedral moved its troops from it, cultists moved in, defiled the place. The troops returned and slew the cultists, but the damage was done. The cathedral buried the place, rather than try to reclaim it.
Won't the cathedral be upset that we're digging up this place?
Probably. But I'll prove to them that they need me. If you're going to be my ally in this, you deserve to know the truth. About me. My knight's penitent detachment was beset by a demon horde. My comrades fought valiantly, but I was the lone survivor. The cathedral accused me of cowardice, of fleeing while my brothers-in-arms were slaughtered. But I swear to you and to Inarius himself that's not what happened. I fought. We all did. But I was the only knight left standing. If only I had been able to do more to protect my brethren. That's what haunts me. The cathedral excommunicated me. So I am as you see me. Alone.
So this is the second companion. Both of our companions have been exiled from their orders. Both of our quest givers have kind of been trapped in lies. So maybe Belial had something to do with it. I'm not really sure. Behelits. So these are actually an event mechanic. So anyway, we're supposed to search for the buried outpost. Yes. Oops, wrong button.
Taste my sword, monster!
Yeah, you tell him, Jarius.
This one's mine!
Alright, Jarius. Go kill it.
That's all you have, demon?
I kind of like that he yells out stuff regularly. It makes it feel more personality than a lot of the other companions.
At least I can put my skills to use.
Yeah, that's good, Subo.
Meet your end!
Meet your end. You're here. Slay the ghosts.
More of you to slay!
Yeah, more of us to slay. I am happy that there aren't like 4 different floors. A dust-covered chest.
What is that blasphemous thing? A flayed face? I thought we were searching for a cathedral artifact.
Yeah. So we're going to be picking that up. Let me just read what it is. So, the flayed mask is made of human skin from a holy man. It is used by cultists to communicate with Belial. So my thing is that maybe he and the other quest giver, they turn on each other. Or maybe they go from enemies to lovers. Or maybe they just like grudging respect. We'll have to see what happens. I know it's horrific. We can only hope this is the right thing to do. Or we need the mask to banish Belial. There's no other way. I'm going to say I know it's horrific.
Saina knows more than she lets on. I'm sure of it. She could be Belial's pawn. You could be making everything worse.
It would be interesting if that was the case. I don't think so, though. But it would be very, very interesting. I have the flayed mask. Jarius helped me find the buried sanctum.
You found it more quickly than I expected. I also wasn't expecting help from a cathedral knight. There can be no mistakes. I must practice the ritual. Give me some time.
There we go. So we need to do more Belial incursions. So now we need 4,500. Then we need, I guess, another 9,000, something like that, which is going to take a while. Masked Truths. Speak with Sienna in her shop. I need to speak with Sienna at her shop to discuss what we'll have to do to stop Belial's incursion into Sanctuary. Are you ready to banish Belial?
Yes, but not here. A place with a strong connection to Belial gives us the best chance of success. We must go to the Temple of Belial in Kyrgyzstan. It's dangerous, but so are you. Meet me outside the temple. I will show you the way inside.
What awaits in this lair?
I wish I knew more. Cultists, likely. But they are not my greatest concern. Belial is strongest in his own temple. We must be vigilant against his deceits. His minions will defend this place with all their evil might.
What does this summoning entail?
I must wear the mask in order to commune with Belial. Dangerous, but there's no other choice. Once the connection is made, we'll have our chance to banish him.
Okie dokie, so we'll be doing that. Yes, so find Belial's ancient temple in Kyrgyzstan desert. That's where Belial is gathering his power. And it's all the way over there. I do wish I'd done the altar of ruin. Would have been very quick to get there. But I'll be making a cut once I'm there, so you won't have to suffer through me running all the way. Alright, here we are at the temple. I guess we could have said these things in the shop. Let us venture forward.
This is a cursed place, overrun with Belial's cultists and who knows what else. I am not a fighter. I'll need you to keep them away from me. Move quickly. The longer we linger, the more opportunity for Belial to plant his lies in our minds. We can start the ritual once we reach the Addidom.
Alright, seems like the game is lagging quite a bit, so I'll just be restarting it real quick. Right, we're back again. Masked Truth. Attempt to banish Belial. I must venture into Belial's temple so he can be banished from Sanctuary. So we have to find the Addidom.
This place is a gateway to the realm of lies. Be ready for anything. Be wary of everything.
Alright, thank you very much, Sienna. I feel like our quest givers actually give a lot more dialogue while in missions compared to the previous few seasons. We still haven't learned how Belial came to Sanctuary. I'm kind of surprised that we're not more in Chaldeum, considering that's where Belial was in Diablo 3. I should play Diablo 3 on the channel some point. I think it would be fun. It's been at least 6 or 7 years since I played the game.
I can see Belial's minions are no match for you. Hopefully, that was the worst of them.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, Chaldeum is right there. Yeah, it's kind of weird that this was just done by a season. Like, all the other bosses and stories have been kind of... You know, they haven't been about important stuff, and I feel like a Primeval is quite important, so... I'm very skeptical that they're going to be able to pull it off with how few quests there are. There are only like 4 more quests after this, so... Not great. It's just a shame that they squander it.
Excellent. We have found it. I can feel his malign essence already.
What should I expect?
The mask is meant to disguise my true identity while I connect to Belial. But he may see through it and resist. This is our best chance. The rest is in fate's hands.
I'm ready.
Yes. Let us begin the ritual before Belial can gather his strength. Once I don the mask, I will attempt to make a connection with him. I must not be interrupted during the communion.
So need to protect her for a few minutes, probably.
You fools. You think a mere banishment ritual can contain the Lord of Lies? I will show you the true might of Belial.
He's even more powerful than I thought. I don't know if this will hold.
My presence in Sanctuary is already far beyond your power. I should have expected such arrogance from a Viserai. You will know the pain of my wrath. Come forth, my minions. End these meddlers.
Okay, so we have to defeat Belial's apparitions. Yeah. No problem at all.
Belial is strong, but I will be stronger. I must maintain this spell as long as I can, even as his strength grows.
More apparitions, no problem at all.
He's afraid! I can feel it!
Enough of this! When next we meet, Wanderer, it will be in my realm. Tread carefully.
We actually got to fight a boss as well, Aspiration of Hatred's Embrace. Let's keep on going here. Yeah, we defeated the remaining apparitions. Already done, man. There we go. Speak with Serena. Sayina. How can you know he won't ambush us?
We don't. Not reassuring, I know. Stay alert. He knows we are a threat. He will respond to that.
That seems like something she should have been saying before the temple. Anyway, what happened?
Belial escaped. His presence in Sanctuary is already too deeply rooted. We were too late to banish him, but it wasn't all for naught. When the connection was made, I felt Belial's fear. He knows we can still thwart his plan. We can still prevent him from drawing all of Sanctuary into the realm of lies. But I need more time to sort our next steps. You must continue destroying his apparitions. Enhance your powers. Do that, then meet me at my shop again. Mind your path, Wanderer. Now that we have Belial's attention, nothing is safe.
Another level, which is fantastic. I don't really know if we can talk with her. I am actually going to try teleporting to the shop just to see if we can actually speak to her between quests. Just as a little experiment. So you cannot go into the shop. We are now doing quest 4, Chasing Lies. Speak with Sienna at her shop. Sienna mentioned that she is working on a plan to stop Belial. What is your plan to stop Belial?
His presence here is too deeply rooted to banish him. I know that now. But when we were connected, his vulnerability was laid bare to me. He knows we can still stop him from pulling all of Sanctuary into his realm of lies. This is what must be done.
You two, don't move! I know of your deceit.
Okay, I guess we have to talk with him. Is there any, like, quest thing? Yeah. Alright, good. What are you talking about, Jarius?
Do you think I'm stupid, Wanderer? I've been following you. I saw you to summon Belial. I was a fool to ever trust you. I should have seen Saina was Viserai this whole time.
We are trying to save Sanctuary.
Keep your lies. I will return here, and I'll have the full might of the Cathedral at my back to put an end to this madness.
He'll ruin everything. Stop him.
Well, that went fantastic. Yeah, so they're turning on each other. Yeah, alright.
I should find better shelter before I freeze.
What happened now? Okay, so we're in some sort of special little dungeon zone. Okay, I was like, eh? This reminds me of when we went to Neves. Oh, this is the same location. Oh, this is some sort of like realm of lies. Oh, that's really cool. Wait. Yeah, okay. That is really cool, actually. I do like this aspect to it. It's a shame that this is the penultimate quest. This isn't like quest 3 or something like that out of 12. Would have been cool. I will say it's a little bit ruined by the fact that we have the companions with us. We didn't have those originally. It's a shame that they didn't lean more into the horror aspect of Diablo. They've sort of done it a few times, but not that often. So you have to slay the vampires. I do wonder if there is any... No, okay, it's still just more dialogue. Or I mean the same text, basically. So we need to find Jarius and Saina. Maybe they're in the... Here? No. Okay, there were some dead knights here. Oh. So is this where he was the only one who survived, right?
Are they gone? Is it safe? Oh, this is not what happened. I fought alongside my brothers. I did, didn't I? I don't understand what...
Calm down, Jarius. That's just the same text. What's happening? Where are we?
My brother knights died here. Was I a coward?
Okay, so he's gonna join us now? Come on now. So we get to see the lies that they both...
It's them again?
Yeah.
It never ends. They mock me.
So we get to basically explore the different lies that got them to be banished, which is interesting. I think it's kind of cool. I do kind of wish that there were more quest givers in that case, or there were more lies, or, you know, there was more intricate quests so we actually cared about these characters. I also feel like journals have been really underutilized. Not only does the system for journals suck, like there's no journal library, but, and I could be wrong here, I don't think they're that hard to produce because you just need a voice actor to say the lines. You don't have to animate anything, you don't have to put in any gameplay elements. I mean, very underutilized. And most people don't care about the lore, I understand that, but a lot of people do, and people would care more if it was actually good. So, you know, Blizzard, AAA company, not able to really deliver. Considering how this game made like, what, $600+ million, if not over $1 billion, you'd think they'd dedicate some more resources to making this the best game it could be. Okay, so it's one portal for Jarius and one for Saina.
This portal sent us home.
Maybe. We'll see. Like, this is the coolest quest so far out of this whole season, and it's, yeah, the second to last one. I hope the final quest is good. I think we're going to be fighting Belial, so maybe that one will kind of be on this level. And if that is the case, I mean, I'm happy that they have it rather than they don't, but... Well, I'm gonna stop whinging, stop complaining about this all too much. We'll just see what we get, and then I can talk about my thoughts and feelings at the end.
This is my fault? All these people are dead because of me?
Diana, I don't think this is real.
But I just watched it. I summoned those demons. I lost control of them, and everyone died.
He runs away.
Oh no! They're back!
Are they gone? Is it over?
What's that about? I thought he vowed to kill demons.
Be a coward? Is that the whole big thing? Jarius was excommunicated because the cathedral believed he was a coward.
Now he lives that lie. I understand now. This is all Belial's work. We're trapped within his realm of lies.
What does that even mean? How do we get out of here?
There's no escape from the realm of lies.
That was Belial. He's here. We have to find him.
So you need to continue to enter the portal right there. Search for Belial. Alright, this is promising.
He's here. Show yourself, evil one!
It's him!
Your insolence is at an end.
He got absolutely trashed within like 10 seconds. That took nothing. Alright, sure. How do we get out of this place?
I am Viserai. I studied a lifetime for this day. The realm of lies is a realm of the mind. Now that I see through its deceptions, I can free us.
Okay, so what happened to Jarius? Didn't he escape?
If he is not here, he didn't make it out. The lies have taken hold of his reality. Belial pulling us into his realm was just a hint of what he means to do. We must continue destroying his apparitions until we find a way to stop him once and for all.
Really? So they just straight up got her to... We really just abandoned Jarius. That's kind of interesting. That hasn't happened before. Huh. That is interesting. So, the Lord of Lies. Meet Sienna and Tarsak. Now that I've escaped the realm of lies, I should talk to Sienna about dealing with Belial once and for all. So we got enough of the favor, so I can just...
Where have you been, Wanderer?
You know, talk with her. I was literally in your shop just 5 seconds ago. So this is the first time I think a quest giver has just been abandoned. Una was killed, but that's because she was quote-unquote evil. So, you know, they're taking baby steps towards making things more interesting. But this was the most interesting quest so far. And even then, it was lackluster. Well, I guess we don't need to reach Torment 1, so let's continue with the Lord of Lies. I should speak with Sienna now that I found her in Sarak. Yes. Do we have any hope of stopping Belial?
Belial has been making progress ever since we escaped the realm of lies. His attunement with our world is complete. He is on the verge of pulling all of Sanctuary into his realm of lies. We have one last chance to stop it. You must return to Belial's temple and confront him there. He will have taken on a greater form now that his connection to Sanctuary is stronger. This form is more powerful, but also more fragile. If Belial is destroyed while in this guise, his connection to Sanctuary will be severed. He'll be forced to start anew. Waste no time.
Okay, enter Torment 1 to confront Belial. So yeah, we do actually have to enter Torment Tier 1. I need to interact with one of the statues in the main cities to find Belial. Alright, so I'm now in Torment Tier 1. I may have gone a little bit overboard when it comes to leveling my character off screen, but we're going to be doing the Lord of Lies. Enter the Palace of the Deceiver. I need to go to the Palace of the Deceiver in Kyrgyzstan. And the tomb or the dungeon says, there were glories here once, but now only agonies await. So this is the final portion of the season story quest. Defeat Belial. Well, they're very on the nose there. I need to defeat the Belial, the Lord of Lies, inside his stronghold to put an end to his reign of terror. Oh, we just get to fight the boss immediately? I figured there would be some dialogue and actually some fighting. Alright.
What is reality? Only what I allow you to believe.
And there's no build-up? Really? Okay. I thought we would have some dialogue or something. And we are too high level to do this. Or maybe this is a lie. Yeah, it still says defeat Lord. Wait, this wasn't a lie? Really? Okay. Seriously? No, wait, what? No, we're very high level, so I guess... What? Speak with Sienna. I've claimed victory over Belial, the Lord of Lies. I should return to Sienna to report my success. He's the Lord of Lies. This is a lie. I bet it. I bet there's going to be a twist, or we're going to actually have to fight him. Or she's going to reveal herself to be Belial. This feels wrong. It can't be this easy, right? So I've actually got quite a bit of Unveiler's Oath, so I've been progressing along quite well. I've defeated Belial.
We've triumphed, Wanderer. As much of a triumph as Sanctuary allows. But stay wary. Belial remains in the world, scheming his return and his vengeance.
You're kidding me. Really? This was the end to the story? That is so anticlimactic. Alright, I was expecting like a dungeon, maybe defeating him, showing off that he wasn't actually defeated, maybe fighting his like lesser form and then his bigger form. It looked like he had some dialogue, like a dialogue bubble over his head as well, but I guess not. Okay, so become the boss. Belial's story is complete. Continue targeting bosses and collecting spectral ash to master boss powers. Belial waits to ambush after opening any lair boss's hoard. Defeat him to earn the keys to open his supreme form hoard within the Palace of the Deceiver. And that was it. That was quite literally it. That is incredibly disappointing. I'm kind of shocked. Did we get any power as well? No, we did not. I have the same amount as before. Oh, by the way, if you want to upgrade a power, you just click F. So it's literally the same as with the witch powers. That is incredibly disappointing. Alright, so that was it for the season story. And as you could hear at the end, I was very disappointed at the lackluster ending. I think that speaking about it, I'm going to break it down into like 3 main points, essentially. The first one is, how does it rank compared to other seasonal stories? And I'd say it's at the middle of the pack, to be honest. Like, there have been a couple that have been better. There have been several that are worse. But considering this is the newest season, it's disappointing that it's not the best one, or even the second best or the third best. I'd probably rank it like straight in the middle, 4 or 5. So that's disappointing. The second aspect is the story itself, like how does it rank in a vacuum? And you know, you could hear from me at the end of the seasonal story, I was disappointed. Like, the quests are mostly boring, there aren't that many, the characters are not that interesting. It all kind of feels a bit like a chore. There was one single interesting mission, and the voice acting wasn't terrible. That's kind of the only perks. We don't learn anything new about the world or the lore or Belial, and we don't get to make any connections to any new characters that are actually going to stay, so it all feels kind of pointless. And once again, there are no journals actually explaining anything, so disappointing. The final aspect I want to touch on is the missed potential. We are fighting Belial. Belial is returning, one of the 7 evils, a main villain from one of Diablo 3's arcs, and I believe one of the main villains in Diablo 2. So he is a very important antagonist, and he's the master of lies and deceit. Like, there should be a lot of writing opportunity and creativity that should be allowed, but instead we get no explanation for why he's back, no build up to actually fighting him, and no satisfying conclusions. Like, they dropped the ball hard. Now, if this was just some villain of the week, which every season has been, and it was someone I'd never heard of, I'd criticize that and say, why haven't you brought back Belial? But they essentially just take a villain of the week plot and put it on Belial, and that sucks. It sucks a lot. I think one of the things is that I understand that they don't want to spend hours and hours and hours and dump a bunch of resources onto a single season. I think they should, but I can understand it. A way of doing this would be to break up the story into multiple seasons. Have this be the season where you fight a cult or something and it turns out to be the cult of Belial. Maybe you could have some fun twists with the lies, and then the apparition of Belial is the endgame boss. And then the next season, he has actually somehow returned. You think you defeat him, but he's a liar, he's a deceiver. You're going on this wild goose chase the next season. It turns out it's actually him puppeteering the strings. And then in the final 3rd season, right, you have the confrontation. And that's just one idea. You could do it a bunch of different ways. You could have something where the companions and the quest givers are actually connected to Belial. Like, there are a dozen different ways that you could be creative, and they just never do so. And it's really, really a shame, because this is a big company. Like, I can spit out a few, at least decent ideas. I think a bunch of paid writers should be able to do better. So, moving on, we'll see what Season 9 has to offer. It's supposed to be about the Horadrim, so maybe it will actually connect to the story as a whole, give some backstory to the Horadrim. If it does so, it might already be head and shoulders above this season. Blizzard has failed in a lot of ways, and it seems like progress is grinding to a halt, but I will play through Season 9. We'll see what the next season brings, and if you are interested in Diablo 4, you can join me for that journey. I upload content 5 days a week. Diablo 4 will return in a couple of weeks where I play through the 9th season. I hope you join me for that. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.